Hi Crystal, so this is day one of my oil pastel tutorial. I'm going to upload 7 videos in following 14 days because I'm going to upload once after 2 days, and that will be total 14 days for you all to practice and experiment with oil pastel coloring and all. Also, you have to try learning more skills and all. So I have given you 14 days, and I know after 14 days you're going to rock on, like you will begin your beginner lessons, and you will reach a more at a stage that you will definitely come to know something about oil pastel. So without wasting our time, let's get into the point. So first of all, I'll explain you all the materials that we are going to use in following session, and I will tell you all in detail later. So we need some oil pastels, some paper tapes, then we need some following pens and all. So these are some marker, black and red markers and all. You can also buy some ball pens because they are also must. Then this is some white correction pen, white gel pen. Then we need some cloth, and then we need some tissue paper. Then this is normal paper, but I prefer you to use tissue paper. Then we need some acrylic paints, and I'll definitely tell you why they are must for oil pastel coloring, because many of you don't know how to do good oil pastel coloring, so they are very important. Then we need a stump, a pair of scissors, and yeah, now we need some papers. Okay, the good GSM one. So GSM means the good quality. I will explain you what does GSM mean. So here, first of all, I'll tell you I have 140 GSM and I have 120 GSM. I would prefer you to buy 201, but if you don't have 201, you can just go from 140 to 140 to 180 would be okay for beginners, because you don't have to go for expensive one. You are just a beginner. Okay, now this is a stump. We need it for blending because we don't have many tools, so we would prefer some easy cheap blending tools. Okay, so stump is very important. We also use it in our pencil shading, and we really love this product because they are very important. We also prefer you to use sandpaper for make your edges clean and extra thin and sharp. Then we need markers, because markers are must for outlining. But yes, you have to outline before coloring, because after oil pastel is, you have used oil pastel, you cannot use markers on it. And yeah, that's why we need oil pastels for coloring, but we cannot use markers upon oil pastels, as oil and water always separates, and this is water soluble, so of course we cannot go for you know uh, afterwards. Okay, then we need some white pen, some paper. So white pen is basically for highlighting part, then paper tape is basically for outlining, or you can say give a proper outline to your edges of your paper, and I'll explain you later in my next video. But if you are a painter or if you are an artist beforehand, you must know how important is paper tape to us. Then we need a pair of scissors for scratching. If you didn't have any scratching tool, you can also go for any pointed object for scratching. Then we need some fabric paints. Okay, so fabric paints are very important for, of course, highlighting or darkening, because we really need black paint, but black paint has to be something that we can apply on oil paints, and of course water paints are not apply we cannot apply water paint on oil colors. So we need acrylic paint that we can use upon oil pastels. and that's why I prefer use to acrylic paint. The white and black is most common acrylic paint, so I prefer you to buy these two. Then you can buy other colors also, but they're not of much use. Then we need some cloth. Cloths are very important. We use it for smudging, but the material of cloth is also very important. It don't have to be so much soft that it will take all the color upon that cloth only. So you have to make sure to take some soft but not very rough, not very soft cloth, the medium one. Then we need some tissue paper. Tissue paper is very important, actually very important. I prefer to use normal papers because they are okay for me, so I use normal papers. Because I was using hard oil colors before, so I needed some hard papers also for blending. But tissue papers are must, like tissue paper are very important, so you have to buy it. Now the last one is of course oil pastels. So oil pastels are very 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 important. Like the material of oil pastel you have to use is very important, because you know what, we buy oil pastels but we don't know the quality. So the quality which a best artist is looking for, that oil pastels has to be vibrant in colors, they give richness to the painting, and also they have to be soft, but yet after blending they should look real. So blending should also be good. So there are many factors which we are focusing when we are choosing the best oil pastel, and among two I will tell you which one is best in last of my videos, so make sure to listen me and watch me till the end. So this was my before you can say my previous oil pastel. Like this is old one, and Dom's one is like I bought it new. I used Dom's one before also, and this is my, like I can say it's my fourth or fifth palette, because I was using oil pastels since childhood, and they're so easy to use, but they do not, if you're using it regularly they would finish. And this is my fifth palette, and I bought this palette like 2 years ago, and still they are okay. So yeah, but it was fun to use Camlin oil pastels, and I really enjoyed Camlin one also. Now I bought Dom's one again, because before I bought it I used it all, and maximum shades which I needed was not there, like I finished them. So I bought this one to show you all. So I would show you difference between two after blending all the shades. Okay, and yeah, I would prefer you to watch me till the end so that you can find out which one is the best. Now I took a piece of paper, and I would suggest you to blend by yourself also, like I am doing to show you. But if you're thinking like I'm doing, but I'm not like into it, I'm just telling you, and it's not the fact that you have to try it. You can just buy the minimum shades one of both in the market, like both company which is available in the market, like Camlin one and Dom's one. They sell 6 shades, sometimes 12 shades. You can just go for minimum shades and try their products, and when you will confirm, then you have to buy the largest number one, like the most shades one. I would prefer you to buy 50 shades one. Like if you're beginner you can also go for 25 shades, but 50 shades have all the colors, so you would not feel like I don't have this color or that color, and it would be okay for you all. So yeah, so here I took this primary red, and then I am going to blend it with some orange, and then I will use some lemon yellow. Of course, in between we used lots and lots of color like dark orange, medium yellow, orange yellow, so that blending looks good. But if you don't have many colors, then what would you do? You would just simply take minimum shades and we'll blend it out, and we'll see final product. So I am doing the same, and here I'm just blending in, and it is taking a little bit of time because we need a lot of patience when we do oil pastel coloring. So yeah, I'm just blending it with lemon yellow, and I really wanted to see how much beautiful it looks. So yeah, I'll wait and we'll see. Similarly, I did with pink color also, the rose pink and normal pink. And then I'm going towards Tom's shades. So I'm actually using primary red, the same color which I used Camlin one. And I actually felt so good because they were so soft. So I really wanted to tell you that Tom's are softer than Camlin one. Then it's very important for you to have correct oil pastel for according to you, because if you apply a lot of pressure, then DOMS is not for you. But I would suggest you DOMS more than Camlin if you are into softer ones, and I prefer softer ones. So for softer one, I would prefer DOMS. And the blending also looks so good. As you can see, DOMs are soft, so they blend easily, and we don't have to try a lot to blend it, and they would look rich and real. And they can also blend with our hands, that we cannot do in Camlin. That yeah, we can, but it takes a lot of effort and time, and efficiency and perfection is also not great in Camlin when we do with our hands. Of course, when we will use tools, it will be good, and it totally depends on type of color which you want. Like, I would prefer you to use Camlin if you are into harder pastels, like oil pastels. But if you are into like soft one, I would definitely recommend you DOMS. Now, as we all see, that pink shades are also more vibrant and more smudgy of in DOMS color than Camlin one. So of course they are beautiful, but it totally depends on you. Then I'm testing out some scratching techniques, so as I'm showing you with some pair of scissors. So DOMs are also okay when we are doing scratching, but Camlin are also okay. But the thing is, Camlin are like very hard, so they don't form layers over layers, and there is only 1 or 2 layers of Camlin oil pastel. Whereas in DOMs, they make layer over layer, so when we are carving it out, they are actually good in carving. And yeah, secondly, I am testing pencil work, if pencil works on these pastels or not. So on Camlin one, it is working, and on DOMS one, it is also working. So they are both neutral if I will talk about pencil color, or you can say working of pencil. But among both, I would suggest you DOMS, because DOMS are the best among both. So crystals, this was all for today's video, and if you really like my video, make sure to like, share and subscribe, and do hit the bell icon so that you will get notifications of my video every now and then. Till then, bye bye, take care of yourself and your family, and see you in day 2.
Nothing's gonna change my love for you. You're all I know.